Okay, we're going to jump right into things here. Now, the property that I want to use as the example here is this property, this Relax Inn. This is one of the hotels that I just started working with. And as you can see, it's just a very plain, simple name here on booking.com, just says Relax Inn. And let me show you why I want to change the name of this. There's a couple things here. Now, if I scroll up here, let me go to the top here. I did a search for Little Rock Medical Center. I know it doesn't show on the box right here, but I did a search for Little Rock Medical Center. This property that I'm working with happens to be located right next to the medical center in Little Rock. So that's kind of the identifier for this property. And as you can see, as I scroll down here, the properties that are located here, now this is in the west part of Little Rock. The properties that are located around this hotel, this Relax Inn, have specific names to them. Like this one is Markham House Suites, Little Rock Medical Center. I scroll down, you got a Motel 6, Little Rock West. That one's in South Little Rock. I've got another one here that's near the airport. So these are identified. When somebody's going on to, and the reason I want to do this, when somebody goes on to a search for booking.com and they see that name, Relax Inn, they're not going to know where this property is located in town. They want to know where they're going to be staying, what part of town. And Little Rock is a big enough town to where I think somebody, when they're on here searching, they obviously want to know whereabouts they're going to be staying. They just don't want to just pick a random hotel. It might be very far away from where they want to stay. So it makes it easier by identifying the name of your property in the specific area of town that you're located in. And you can see down here, this Days Inn is in Little Rock. And then when you scroll down to the hotel that I'm working with, it just says Relax Inn. Even though it's in the west part of town and it's in near the medical center, it just says Relax Inn. So I want to give this hotel identifier. And the way you do that is you go to your booking.com extranet. You go to this property tab right here at the top and you click on general info. It's going to bring you to this page right here. Now, if you want to change a property name, you just go down to where your name of your property is right here, and you click on Change Property Name. Now, before I do that, it gives you tips for writing your property name, and I want to show you guys a little bit about this. So this is what that page looks like, and they give you all kinds of guidelines on, what to do, why you would want to change your name, so on and so forth, and I've kind of explained some of those for you for my reasoning for changing the name of this property. And if you scroll down to here about the middle of the page, it says you're making changes to your property name. Keep these best practices in mind. And this is exactly why I'm changing the name of this property. It says use a specific, unique name that won't confuse guests. Guests tend to type in as little as possible to find their desired property. And then this third one to me is key. It says think about people searching the name on Google. What would you type to find this property? Now, a lot of people, I don't think they realize that booking.com actually shows up on Google. You could search for a hotel in a particular city or just do a city search for a property on Google, and that property will pull up based on the identifier that somebody puts on in Google. So if somebody puts in West Little Rock or Medical Center Little Rock for the property that I'm about to change the name for, that property is going to show up on a Google search quicker than it would without that identifier in there, with that medical center or that West Little Rock name. So you want to give your property identifier, okay? And it says avoid using symbols, asterisks, and @ signs. Obviously, that makes sense. You want to make it as simple as possible. So we're going to go back here to that extranet page, and I'm just going to finish this off with Relax Inn West Medical Center. I'm going to hit next. And I'm going to say, yes, change property name. It's asking me, do you want to change the property name? New property name is Relax Inn West Medical Center. Yes, change property name. Okay, so looks good. Now it says your new property name, Relax Inn West Medical Center, can take up to 24 hours to change. You don't need to do anything else. One thing you're going to have to do here for your property when you change it, this goes for short-term rentals or whatever you want to change, you want to go to your inbox here after a day or two. If it doesn't change on the listing, like when you go back to the listing here for my property, and if this name doesn't change, you're going to want to go to your inbox here for in the extranet, and you're going to want to check these Booking.com messages and see if they emailed you back to tell you. If they don't want to change your name, or they have a reason for not changing it, they're going to tell you here in a message, okay? But I've had very, very good luck changing names of properties. Now, a couple things that I've also run into, I've had names that were incorrect for hotels. I've had hotels that actually changed the name, and the old name of the property was up there. And I think one thing I want to show you guys, I did a search over here for Kansas City, Missouri. As you can see, these hotels are clearly identified by where they're at in town. It says Motel 6, Kansas City, Missouri Airport, Orangewood Inn and Suites, Kansas City Airport. So they're identifying where they're at. This one right here just says Motel 6, Kansas City, Missouri. In my opinion, I think it needs a little bit more information. Obviously, they're going to, if they identify where they're at in town, they're going to get better clicks. They're going to get more clicks, and they're also going to pull up on a Google search, as you saw from that example I gave you earlier of what Booking.com recommended. So just scrolling down here, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Now, let me take you back over to another page. I did a search here for Galveston, Texas. There's a lot. I want to get into the short-term rentals a little bit here. There's a lot of short-term rental properties in Galveston, Texas. So I want to show you guys a little bit about how those work and what my opinion is on those. So I just did a search for Galveston, Texas, and as I scroll down here, you can see right here, there's a first short-term rental, Casa Del Mar 215. Really don't know what that means. Paradise Found number 4. Don't really, I guess, it means something maybe to the property owner. It doesn't really mean much to me. I'm looking at this as a person that really doesn't stay at short-term rentals. And if I was managing a short-term rental, I think I could come up with a better name than that. Galveston is not a big city, but it also is a beach town. So I think you could come up with a little bit better, unique name than something like that. Again, these show up in Google searches. If you're on Booking.com, you will show up in a Google search. This next one here, the short-term rental, says Victorian condo, relax, refresh, and renew. So it tells you that it's a condominium. I guess that's okay. But you can kind of see, now this one's good. It says renovated beach bungalows. So this to me shows that it's right by the beach. Nice. They definitely made a good identifier there. They're not on the beach, but they're near the beach. You could use that word, that type of phrasing there. So you kind of get my, this one says Midtown Gateway, not really 100%. Maybe that's an area of Galveston that, I'm not familiar with, but it's in the name. It says, okay, next one's good. It says Casa del Marlin, your beach retreat on Galveston Island, Texas. Now that to me is a great name. I think that is an eye catcher. If I saw that on a Google search or I was on Booking.com looking to book a short-term rental, that would definitely catch my attention. It says beach retreat. Obviously, if you're going to Galveston, it's a beach town. You want to be near or on the beach. And it says it's on Galveston Island, so it definitely tells you you're not going to get something that's located close to Galveston or near Galveston. You're actually going to be on Galveston Island. Big deal. People don't want to click on your listing. They're going to use the name of your listing, and obviously I've gone over this before in other videos, the cover photo, before they click on it and start reading about it. They want quick answers. So the name of your property is really a way to give people like quick answers, and also a way for you to show up in Google. That's pretty much it, you guys. This was a quick video. I hope you liked this video. If it helped you, please click the like button and share it with your friends. And please subscribe to my channel. I got a lot more videos coming out, especially with regards to Booking.com Extranet. I'm going to go through a lot of things here and show you guys a lot of ways you can increase the occupancy of your property or your short-term rental. Stay tuned. Thank you.